back to the Elyse DeLucci show. How you doing? Episode 41, and welcome to my living room, by the by. We are here. It's freezing in New York. I don't know where you are, but it's, oh my God, absolutely freezing. We had a snowstorm last week. Today we're talking about Valentine's Day. It's almost here. I mean, Hallmark holiday, but you got to milk it where you can, Passive-aggressive exes, Korean potatoes, tons of stuff. So, get yourself a Jell-O shot, maybe a little Sambuca, and let's talk. So, fact of the day. Do you know the world's longest French fry? Guess how long? 34 inches long. That's almost 3 feet. It came from a hot dog stand in Buffalo. Taffy's hot dog stand. I had so many questions when I read this. Like, did they do this on purpose? Or was this just like a thing that was found? I actually think like a diner found it or something. I think that's what I read. If I don't have it in front of me. But if I was Taffy's hot dog stand and I had a 34-inch French fry, whether on purpose or whether it just happened to appear in my giant fryer, I would make this a signature menu item. I would be advertising this. Anytime somebody typed world giant French fry, I would make sure my hot dog stand showed up. In fact, I would have an account with goldbelly.com so people can order the world's longest French fry right to their door. By the way, have you tried Gold Belly? No, this isn't an ad. I have no advertisers. I do this for free. Gold Belly, oh my God, I this is on the Valentine. No, actually, it's not on my Valentine's Day gift guide. Yes, which we're getting to. But let me wrap up the fact. That's the fact. 34 inches long. It's almost 3 feet. Anyway, back to Gold Belly. Gold Belly, I talked about them a while ago. It's literally a genius idea. It was a husband and wife. All they do is they do subscriptions or food deliveries from people's favorite restaurants from around the country, like iconic foods, like Chicago. You're in Chicago, Lou Malinotti's Pizza. Have you ever had this deep dish Chicago pizza? Well, guess what? If you haven't, you can order it on Gold Belly. Okay, they should really pay me for that. How about with promo code DeLucci? But anyway, yeah, you can order pizza, 2 pizzas for $60. Oh, gag. But you get pizza from Chicago and you live in New York. In fact, that's one of the things I got my boyfriend for Valentine's Day, even though I shouldn't buy him a Valentine's Day gift because technically it should be for women, shouldn't it? But, if I'm going to buy a Valentine's Day gift, I'm going to also make sure that I can enjoy it too. And what else what else can I possibly enjoy more than 2 giant deep dish pizzas from Chicago? I mean, does that not scream fat girl? But anyway, I'm doing this on Gold Belly. It's amazing. And guess what? It was free shipping. I know. There's so many things on Gold Belly. If you ever want to know some of the things that I like, for example, in New York, I'm happy to tell you. I don't know if, and a lot of them I know, I think some of them are on Gold Belly, like Eileen's Cheesecake, which is famous cheesecake from this place downtown. And just tons of stuff. But I'm happy to tell you what some of my favorite things are, and you can check if they're on there. Of course, if you don't live in the city or in New York area and can get them delivered. Anyway, so how you doing? I'm going out for cocktails tonight. I'm very excited. Just a cocktail. And it's not even a cocktail. It's actually a filthy Coors Light. But you want to know what? I don't care because it has some alcohol in it. I'm drinking it straight out of the can, Savage style. Oh, God. It's so cold. And it's so cold. And the place I'm going to, total dump. It's not even going to have heaters. I'm literally going to have to dress like a freaking Eskimo. But c'est la vie. That's why you live in New York. You know what? I'd rather go out and sit at an absolute dump in Manhattan than be, say, by my mother's house in the parking lot of Applebee's under a giant canopy, having a frozen margarita, although it would still be fun. Don't get it twisted. So it is almost Valentine's Day, okay? I don't know what your plans are. Do you have any plans? Because I don't know what my plans are. My kids are with their father this week, so they're not with me. It's just the worst. We have the schedule. It's with me, 2 nights with me, 2 nights with him, and then every other weekend. But because of Corona, we are doing every other week, which, by the way, fucking sucks. Oh, excuse my French. But, it does suck because it's like being away from their parent for one whole week is a lot, and I miss them. But they come back to me on Sunday, which is Valentine's Day. So that's the long way of saying that I probably won't have plans. Whatever I'm going to do will probably be on Saturday. And where am I going? I never even celebrated Valentine's Day. Like, my ex-husband was British. You'd think that he wanted to celebrate Valentine's Day. He barely celebrated Easter. He was like, who rose from the dead? No, we're not celebrating Easter. Like, he was crazy. But, it's like, and sacrilege, by the way. But Valentine's Day, so having an American boyfriendo, I mean, he actually knows that this is something that girls like, so it's nice. But he's, I don't know if he's the best gift giver, you know what I'm saying? So, I really don't mind if I just cook something and, we watch, TV. That's all we've been doing. Cooking something and watching TV. So exciting. Maybe the occasional horizontal mambo. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I have this microphone in front of me, by the way. It's my stand-up microphone. I'm sitting in my lazy boy recliner. Currently, my pink laptop is resting in front of me on the couch, and I have my stand-up mic, the mic in the stands, but I have it low, chair height. So I'm talking into this microphone, like a real lunatic. In fact, I face a brick wall. So glamorous. And I have this guy who lives across the hallway. I'm dying to know what he looks like in real life. But he's really handsome. He's single. He's always alone. And he's always in a bathrobe, especially right now. And he could, though, see in my apartment. And I feel like he probably sees me throughout the day talking into this microphone. And he's probably like, who is lunatic? Anyway. All I really wanted to tell you about Valentine's Day is that, one, we're talking about a gift guide, but also, more importantly, is Lady Gaga has Oreos. That's right, Lady Gaga came out with Oreos. I don't know if I'm late to this party, but I saw them online the other day when I was looking up food Valentine's Day gifts because I have a one-track mind. And it's a pink bag of Oreos, and I just have to get them. I have to get them. You can buy them in Target. Well, let me say this. I haven't seen them in person. Otherwise, I would have gone crazy, did a TikTok, did a whole dance in the aisle of Target. I am going to Target maybe this week. I am going to look for them. But I saw them online. They're at Target for like $4 online, at least the Walmart that I am targeted for, pun not intended. They were $11. What? But it's a pink bag, and the cookies are vanilla, and the outside is I think a pink cookie, and the inside of the cream in the middle is green, and they're vegan. And on the front, why would they say Oreo? Of course they don't. They say the actual cookie. I think it has little pictures or something, but they look so cute. They look cute. And that's why I just love Lady Gaga. She's just cool. It's not Lady Gaga's coming out with $1,000 perfume, or $1,000 sweatsuit that you'll never wear. No, she's just going to partner with Oreo. Kill it. Everybody's going to want to buy it. Everybody of all ages. I love her. I love her. Anyway, we'll talk more about the VDay gift guide later. I have been working from home, as you know. The kids' school was closed last week. That was a joy. The teachers, I really do feel bad for them because, you don't necessarily need to use, computers and Zoom when you're teaching, right? Except, of course, if there's a pandemic that falls upon us. But all these teachers, obviously they're forced into doing the blended learning and using Zoom and Google Classroom and everything. But the teachers couldn't get their stuff to work last week. Let me tell you what that was like, okay? There was a snowstorm, so we were snowed in. I did take the girls sledding, which was adorable. But, it was only 5 minutes into sledding until who's cold, who has boogers, mommy has no has no tissue, who has snow in their socks, whose gloves I can't shove back on, nightmare. And then, the next day at school, of course, bam, Zoom stops working for the teachers. So it's I'm on conference calls. I got 2 kids running around screaming, oh, mommy, I can't get on my classroom. Mommy, fix it, mommy. Mommy, maybe if you bought us a decent computer. They have Chromebooks. Relax. Oh, I'm sorry. How about this, children of the corn? How about New York City Department of Education give all the parents a discount to the Apple Store or something like that? We got you the best computers that we could afford, which were Chromebooks, and I think that they were probably a couple $100s each. Anywho, It was just a trash fire of a week is basically what I'm saying too. The only thing that I actually did was I went out to Starbucks. Woo, exciting. And my biggest accomplishment of the week was on Thursday. I went to Home Goods, my favorite store in the whole universe. I need nothing from Home Goods, but I always manage to buy everything from Home Goods. But here's the thing. I didn't actually go into Home Goods on Thursday, okay? I went to Home Goods. There's a Home Goods in Manhattan on Columbus and 99th Street. And they put all these stores. It's like Home Goods, TJ, Michael's, Whole Foods, Bear Burger, Modell's, until Modell's closed down. But anyway, I get to Home Goods with the kids. They sell the kids, as if. I'm like, girls, when we're done with school, we'll go into the store. They're like, why? I'm like, well, we're going to buy new Valentine's Day decorations. They're like, yes, Mama, you're the best. So we get in a well, actually, I call an Uber because I'm just like, you know what? It's cold. It's snow on the ground. I don't really want to wait for a cab. Whatever. Let me just call an Uber. I get to call an Uber. It was like $30 to go like not that far at all. And I was like, F that. So we wound up getting a taxi, which by the way was like $9. Hello. Which is still expensive, by the way. I could have just taken the city bus, but I couldn't be bothered. It was my only outing of the week. Could you blame me? I wanted to go in style, So we get to Home Goods. Line. 90 people deep. What are you doing online at Home Goods after school at 3 o'clock? What are you buying? I think that it was going to snow again that night or something, if I remember. So I was like, scratching my head. At first, I was like, first thought, you know what? They're doing the thing, doing the milk and the eggs, for the snowstorm. No, of course they weren't. They weren't, because they don't sell milk and eggs in Home Goods. They were just being hoarders, just like I was trying to be. But I told my daughters, I was like, dolls, Mommy's not waiting on a 90-person line to go into Home Goods to buy a heart plastic tablecloth. Sorry, your Valentine's decorations we'll have to try across the street. So we went to TJ Maxx. You don't understand. I am not that kind of mother that says every time I go into the store, I offer to buy my kids a gift. It's not that I don't buy my kids gifts and presents and all that stuff, but it's ridiculous these days. I have my friends, they go to the store, they every store they go in, their kids come back with some haul. I'm like, no, you know what? Dolls, like, we're going to have nice food to eat around here, and, Mommy's going to contribute $20 a week into your bank account or some shit like that. Like, I'm not going to buy you a toy every time we go to the store. But this time, at TJ Maxx, I was going to buy Valentine's Day gift / decorations if they had, and I was letting them pick out a toy. The line in TJ Maxx was outstandingly ridiculous. It was like, it wasn't only the whole line, that S-shaped thing with the ropes. It was all throughout the store. What are you doing? The whole perimeter of the store had people. There were people in Foot Locker uniforms. You remember the black and white shirts? Standing there like, no, ma'am, the line doesn't end here. The line ends back there by the fitting room. I was like, you want to know what? Girls, Mommy will buy this shit on Amazon. Let's go. Like, no! Of course I didn't buy it on Amazon. It was like 10 times the price on Amazon. I felt bad. I wound up taking them to Whole Foods, and that was the end of that. That was my week. That was my big outing. I did watch the Super Bowl. Did you watch? I didn't really think the game was that exciting. I didn't think the commercials were that exciting. I did miss the streaker, though. Apparently, there was a guy who went streaking in a hot pink thong, and I just kind of missed that. I felt like that would have been really, really fun to watch. I placed a grocery order with Instacart, okay, and they delivered me a 10-pound bag of yellow potatoes, which that's not what I ordered. I ordered like 2 yellow potatoes. What am I doing with 10 pounds? So I decided I was going to try to make this thing like a Korean potato. I want to tell you how I made it. And honestly, let me know if you ever do anything like this. I was my mind blown. Somebody told me how to make these easy, air quotes, Korean potatoes, and they really were easy. All it was I took 4 of these gigantic mammoth-sized yellow potatoes. And by the way, I could have used these yellow potatoes to make mashed potatoes. They weren't Yukon Gold, they were just regular yellows. But I've been having so much sugar and milk and cream that I'm going to explode. So I was like, I'm not going to do mashed potatoes. So I got the 4 yellow potatoes. I cut them into chunks. I got a big pan, like a big saute pan. Oil in the pan. Added the chunks of potatoes. A half a cup of chopped onion, red onion. a half a cup of soy sauce. A quarter cup of soy sauce. A few tablespoons of maple syrup. I think I put like 3. A little salt, a little pepper, 1 cup of water. You cover it, you stir it. You cover it, and that's it. You're good. You check it every few minutes. The potatoes took maybe 15 minutes to make. When the potatoes are done, the recipe said you put a little drizzle of sesame oil on it, so I did. And then if you had sesame seeds, to put those on it too. I don't have sesame seeds. But I did the sesame oil. I let it actually cook for like another 30 seconds. And then that's it. I took it out. The water, it evaporates and it became almost like sort of a thick syrup. It was really, really good. It was really good. My girls didn't like them, of course, because they were like, Mom, why does this taste like pancake syrup? And yes, it did taste a little like the maple syrup. I probably should have lessened it a bit. But what I am saying is that it was a nice thing to try, like yellow potatoes on, cutting them up, doing them in the pan, 15 minutes. God, that was easy. I didn't even forget the sesame oil and the seeds and all that good onions. All you have to do is heat up some oil and put the potatoes in some water, salt and pepper, maybe some thyme or something, and cover and cook them down. Right? That's what I'm going to try next time. They were good. I liked them. I actually made them. I had leftovers, and the next morning I scrambled some eggs, and I had them for breakfast, and they were like a sesame, Asian-y, maple syrupy breakfast potato. If my mother's listening to this, she's probably like, ugh, Elyse, that sounds disgusting. It wasn't. It was good. Apparently they're Korean potatoes. Anyway. Guess what? Amazon let me into their Amazon influencer program. Isn't that cool? I don't really know what that means. Actually, I do know what it means. Basically, if I want to, which I did, put together a page on Amazon of all the things that I use regularly, like my favorite things. And then if anybody wants to go to that page and they want to, they could see what I like to buy on Amazon, and Amazon gives, I think, me like a 0.25%. Yeah, I know of, I think, like the purchase, which is insane. I don't even care about. Do you really think that I want 4 cents to make 4 cents on the concealer that somebody would buy from my page? No, I don't even care. The only reason why I did that is because I do talk a lot about products on here or on TikTok, and a lot of people DM me and say, hey, Elyse, like, what's the name of that product? I want it, whatever. So I made the page. If you want to check it out, it's amazon.com/shop/Elyse DeLucci. And you could find all the things that I talk about. I tried to put a lot of the stuff I talk about on the podcast, but a lot of it is also, just the stuff I use all the time, which is actually kind of helpful for me because now I don't have to search for anything. I could just go on my page and buy it. But it's some of the stuff I don't actually have. I just die for, like the Dolce & Gabbana vintage toaster. That's $1,500. It literally looks like someone gave birth to this thing in Tuscany in the 1960s. It's beautiful. And I would never get it, but it's on my page because maybe my boyfriend will see it and want to buy it for me. Anyway, no, I would never accept that kind of gift. I would say, return that shit and give me the cash. Okay. So, my ex is really effing passive aggressive. And I have to be careful. I got to be careful because, like I said, I have 2 kids. And this is public. This is public. Even it doesn't feel public, though. Right now, I'm drinking a bottle of water. I'm talking into my fake mic. I'm in a god-awful outfit, and my hair is in a side pony and a scrunchie. It doesn't feel public at all to me. It feels very, very personal, But he's such a passive-aggressive motherfucker. Honestly, I can't even. The other day, I'm with the kids. It's this snowstorm. The Zoom's not working. The whole shit show. And he texts me to remind me that my younger daughter had a doctor's appointment. Now, I needed to take her to the doctor's appointment, but I was going to reschedule it because you want to know what? I was about to pull my hair out of my head. I'm on calls. Nothing's working. I'm supposed to trek out in the snow. No, just crazy. But he was at his apartment and he said, you know what, Elyse, let me help you out. I said, fine, that's very nice of you. So he picks her up and And, we go downstairs, and my daughter, she's all dressed up in her stuff and her big coat, ready to go to the doctor. And, I'm not judging, but I would think that they would take like a bus or a cab to the doctor because it was snowing. But, wilderness man wanted to walk, so fine, go walk to the doctor. That's great. It wasn't that far. Otherwise, I would have said no because I don't want her walking. But it was cold. So he says, Elyse, where are her gloves? And I thought that they were in her pocket, and they weren't. So I went upstairs to go get the gloves. And when I was upstairs, as a mother does, I also grabbed a sweater for her because I said, what, if they're going to walk, like she needs another sweater on. So I bring down the sweater and the gloves, and I hand it to him, and he throws the sweater on the floor. Can you imagine the embarrassment? In the lobby of my apartment building, I said, put the sweater on her, do me a favor. He goes, I don't need that sweater. No, it was more like, I don't need that sweater. Take that sweater back upstairs. I don't need that sweater. I'm like, just put the sweater on. It's not a big deal. It's cold out. Just take the sweater. Please, I don't want my child to be cold. Elyse, you have to relax. I'm not going to put the sweater on. You know what? Take it. Just take it. Take it back upstairs. He throws it on the floor. People are in the lobby. They're turning around looking at me like I'm a lunatic. And I said to him, I am not picking this up. And he said, pick it up. And my other daughter who was with me had to pick it up. And I just thought, what a passive-aggressive MFer. Yeah, he took her to the doctor. Great. And he was responsible. Text me about the appointment. Remind me. Big help. Huge help. Not dismissing that whatsoever. But you throw my kid's sweater at me on the floor, you big asshole. Like, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I divorced your ass, okay? How about that? Sorry if any of his family or friends listening. I don't care. You want to know what's so funny? And you girls all know this, and guys who are listening. If you've been married or divorced, you're in a relationship, the men, they always, and the women, they're one way to the world, and then behind closed doors, they're a totally different person. My ex had a lot of great qualities, really, and we get along fine, it's whatever, but lately he's become a little spicy, okay? And I think it's because he has this new girlfriend, which fine, I want him to be happy. Good, enjoy yourself. But do not be snippy to me. Like, we have to keep this shit mature, co-parent for our daughters. And it's just like, that's why if you're listening to this and you don't have kids and you're single, or you're young and you're not in a relationship, whatever, it's not about who you marry. It's about who you have kids with. You are stuck with these people for the rest of your life. I don't mind being stuck with this guy for the rest of my life because he's reasonable and he's nice, but he's passive aggressive and I cannot stand it. And besides, he has a appetite for a few cocktails, and sometimes when he has a few cocktails, unfortunately to me, his personality changes. He gets a little aggressive, and he likes to debate and he likes to argue. And if I told you how many knockdown, drag-out fights we've had because he's had a few drinks and all of a sudden he's hopped up on debating some certain issue. It's like, you want to debate? Join the debate team. Become a lawyer. Go out with your friends. Don't come home and bother me. What's wrong with you? So, you know what? Just the joys of co-parenting, if you wanted to know. But passive-aggressive behavior is like a real thing. Of course it is. But to me, that's the worst. It's just the worst. It's the people that are passive-aggressive, and he doesn't do all of these things, but it's like, they frequently criticize you, or they're protesting things, They act like hostile, cynical, blame other people, the blame game, oh, my favorite. The best is like when they purposely procrastinate or purposely forget things or purposely tell you that something's not the way it was or you don't remember it the way it was. It's like, oh my God. Passive-aggressive and gaslighting are just two things that I really can't deal with this. So if his ex-girlfriend is listening, hi, you're a gem, walking in the background of my FaceTime call with the girls and the dad the other day. And again, let me tell you something. If you're listening to this, okay? He is passive-aggressive, and he will debate shit with you. He loves that shit, and we have quite the past. And when you finally realize this, you're more than welcome to come to my house for some filthy cocktails and a couple of Virginia Slims, and we will talk all about it, okay? We'll become friends. You'll join the crew, because right now, I'm not liking him that much right now, and I'm not loving you that much either, but it's okay, because that's what's going to happen. So, you're more than welcome. I'll give you my address. Just, DM me or something. One girl on TikTok, hi, if you're listening, she said that she has a friend that befriended the ex-wife. Her friend is divorced, and her friend is the ex-wife, and the ex-wife befriended the new girlfriend, and they became soul sisters, and it was the guy's worst nightmare. I don't want to do that. I have no interest in becoming soul sisters with this girl. I'll be cordial with her. I don't need to be soul sisters. We don't need to be besties. What we can do, though, is if you guys break up, you can come over and we can have a trash fire party. That sounds my style. I'll get the Doritos out. I'll make some mudslides. We'll get some Virginia Slims, and we'll put on some Donna Summer. Please. I can't. I'm a real girl's girl. That's the thing. That's the thing. I love men, and I love men, and I like to have a man, and I appreciate them, but sometimes they're just such a headache, You want to know something infuriating? Oh, I'm on a roll here today. One of my girlfriends, she's talking to me about office supplies, and I'm curious to know if your company that you work for, are you working from home? I'm curious about that, but if you are, did your company give you any cash or money or office supplies to work from home? Because mine didn't. That's all I could say about that, just in case anybody finds this podcast. But they, which they might have already, because everybody knows how to find things these days, and it's growing. But honestly, having a successful podcast just makes me think that I have another marketable skill to add to my resume. So I will be prepared with that when they ask me, what the hell am I doing on a podcast, talking all week long. But anyway, my girlfriend told me that her company's not giving her any money to help with office supplies. She said, she asked her boss, she needed to get a new computer, whatever. Can she expense it or whatever? And he says, no, we're not doing that. And you want to know what? What an outrage. That's right. Microphone comes out for this. What an outrage. What do you mean you're not going to let her expense her computer? I mean, guess what else she's not allowed to expense? Printer paper, mailers. She had to do some mailers, send some clients, she sent some clients out some holiday cards or something. I don't know, whatever. Not an e-card, a proper card, which I think is very classy. And they wouldn't even pay for her stamps or the stationery. I have another friend that works for a company, and they give her a $500 a month allowance for office supplies. All she has to do is show receipts. And you want to know what? The company I worked before, this one, they didn't care what I bought, in terms of office supplies. If I had to make a Staples order, great. I made it and expensed it. But that's the cost of doing business. We have been in a pandemic, at least in Manhattan. Most people working from home. I'm working half in the office, half out. It's not glamorous, I'll tell you that much. But I mean, so at least if I needed a couple paper clips or something, I could take them from my office. Not like there's any supplies to take there. It's nothing. But I can't believe that these companies are going to expect you to work from home, and they won't even spring for some printer ink for you. The nerve, Honestly, what kind of place is this? That's like getting a babysitter and having them take your kid to Great Adventure and not giving the babysitter money to pay for the tickets or some shit like that. And what's the alternative? Please tell me, what is the alternative of this? What's the alternative? What is my friend supposed to say? Hi, boss. I can't afford to buy printer ink right now, and, da-da-da-da. So if I don't buy it, I can't do my job, and then I'll get fired? Is that the alternative? What kind of fakakta is this? You work your job. No money's for supplies. And if you can't work, what do? You should quit, or you'll get fired. Because that's how disposable people are these days. Yeah, what the fuck? Really? I was really upset about that. Really, really upset. Sometimes I think, not the tech companies are always so forward thinking, Google, Facebook, all those kind of guys. And I think that they do put a lot of value into their people. And I know that there are other companies that are non-tech, companies that put a lot of value into their people. And I think that that's important. Some companies just don't even realize how much we, the employees, care. And we love them. And we want to be good stewards for the company. And we want to do a good job. And we want to, we want to take pride in our work. And we want to, boast to family and friends about how good we're doing or cool things that the company's doing. And you can't even spring for some effing, pencils for us? Please. It's terrible. It's literally terrible. It's terrible. I bought a desk chair on Amazon for $40 because I've been sitting on a stool this whole time. I'm not even asking for them to reimburse me. And why would I do that? Why? It's just pointless. It's pointless. Why? So somebody could tell me no? I'll buy my own damn chair for $40. Thank you very much. Okay, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day gift guide. I did a Christmas gift guide, holiday gift guide. For Valentine's Day, I really, really just didn't think about anything like material things. I think I have like one material thing. When I say material thing, I mean like a thing, like a top or a bag or something like that. It's all about eating, right? This is the year. It's like everybody's pregnant. This is the year. Guilt-free eating, everybody. But one of the things on here, the thing, I found this Etsy store. It's so cute. It's so Mary Tyler Moore. You're going to love it. And for the guys, your wife is going to love it. There's an Etsy store. It's called, let me see, Wildflower and Company. Spelled just how it is, Wildflower and Company. They make the most adorable thing. I don't know how I even found these. They're wool berets, which, side note, I love berets. I wear like pom-pom hats and berets and like sometimes like a cowboy hat. But I love, and a baseball cap. Well, you know what? I wear all hats as I go through the roster of hats that I wear. But anyway, they make berets and I love berets. But they're like a slouchy wool beret, and right on the brim of the beret, they embroider your name or a phrase. So you can have a pink wool beret, and embroidered on it could say savage, in blue script, or it could say fuck off in green, or it could say Mary, in hot pink. It's so cute. You pick the font. You pick the thing you want on there, or they have obviously phrases, that they just put on there, and it's adorable. One of the things that was so cute, I saw one of the berets that they printed said "oui oui" in French. They were, I think they were like $30. $30. It was such a cute gift. I love it. And that's exactly the kind of stuff that guys could get their girlfriends or their wives that I think is cute. Maybe, it depends if you or your spouse whatever are into berets. But that's so thoughtful. They go on Etsy and they find just something adorable like that and they get your name on a beret. Yeah, is it a little, maybe it's a little juvenile? Yeah, but it's cute. I love it. Second on the Valentine's Day gift guide, okay, the Elyse DeLucci Valentine's Day gift guide is Gold Belly, as we mentioned. And I only put this on there because I got this for my boyfriend, and, for us, I should say, 2 Lou Malinotti's Chicago-style deep dish pizzas just because. And I know that we'll spend one night of eating them, and then the rest will go in the freezer, and I can eat the rest of them by myself when he's not here at night, right before bed. Third on the list is Tony's Choco-Lonely Milk Chocolate Bar. These chocolate bars are huge. I don't know if you've seen them in the store. They're huge, and they're delicious. But Tony's Choco-Lonely Milk Chocolate Bar, they're super huge. They have a fun packaging, but wait for it. You can get a pack of 15 of them on Amazon for $70. I know that kind of sounds like, why do I want to spend $70 on a pack of chocolate bars, Lise? What are you, delusional? I could go to Walmart and I could buy 15 Hershey bars for $3.99. Yes, but they're not these Tony's Choco-Lonely bar. I like by the way, the reason why I really picked this isn't because the chocolate's just so damn delicious. It's because it's a cute gift to get yourself and, just give one to your friends or mail one to people. If you have a sister that's single, it's cute, Choco-Lonely on Valentine's Day. Number 4 on my list is the, as you know it, LadyGaga OREO Remix Family Size Edition. Yes, that's right. So we talked about it earlier. She partnered with Oreo, and I have it written down actually. She made it's a feel-good dance album. She has a feel-good dance album out. I guess it's out. Chromatica. That's what it's called. And that's what the cookies are. Chromatica. They're inspired by her album. So yeah, I think that's great. Target, Walmart. 2 more things on my gift guide. One of them is a place on Rivington Street in Manhattan. These things go fast. I know, they sell like hotcakes. I didn't say what it is. The place, SuperMoonBakeHouse, SuperMoonBakeHouse.com. They're a bakery on Rivington Street in Manhattan. They make a pie. It's called Valentine's Sweetie Pie. That's what it's called. So SuperMoonBakeHouse.com. They make a pie. Valentine's Sweetie Pie. Let me tell you something. Just please go on this website just to look at this pie. It looks like a Valentine's Day junkyard. When I saw this, because again, I have problems. I'm like, what can I get online that looks so Valentine's-y and cute, but tastes so delicious? And I'm Googling all these things, and then this comes up, and I'm like, oh my God. I didn't get it though because I ordered the pizzas, but it's a $45 pie, and they only deliver to New York City and Long Island. But it's so beautiful. Let me tell you what's in this pie because you might die. It's 9-inch pie. It has a dark chocolate graham cracker pie crust, okay? Inside, it's rose and white chocolate mousse, champagne jelly cubes, rose petals, rose chantilly bulbs. I don't even know what they are, but they sound Victorian, and they sound like they're in a potpourri basket, and I like them. Strawberry and white chocolate shards, silver leaf, and dehydrated strawberries. I know that you're just like, what is she doing? Reading this off the internet? No, I printed it actually. But I also printed a picture of this pie, and it's so delicious. It literally just looks beautiful. If you are a guy listening to this, I think you should get this for your lady. It's so sweet. I mean, roses, they're nice. They die. Russell Stover chocolates, big chocolate heart. I'm into that. But this pie, special. Special. The last thing on the Elyse DeLucci Valentine's Day gift guide is an app. You can use this for Valentine's Day, but you can also use it at any other time. And I love this idea. I love this app. A friend told me about it. It's called OnGoody. OnGoody.com. OnGoody. Literally, it's a gifting app, but they have cool shit on there. It's not junky. So basically, like, if you're a guy and you're listening to this, which I know you are, and you're clueless and you're like, oh God, it's our anniversary. I don't know what to get her. Or, oh God, it's her birthday. Or Valentine's Day. Download the OnGoody app, and basically, you go on, and and there's all these like preloaded gifts in there. They have. I'm trying to think. I wrote it down. Oh. Those Venus floral design things, those. Okay, I know this sounds insane. It's basically the box with the roses in them. That thing. They sell those. They sell really cool jewelry, affordable jewelry, Le Labo fragrances, and their body wash line. Le Labo is super cool. They're down on Elizabeth Street in Nolita. They also supply all the products for the Plaza Hotel. They're really, really nice. A couple years ago, I went to the Plaza. I kept calling the front desk, asking them to please bring me refills of shampoo because I had really long, thick hair. They're all in my linen closet now. I put them out for guests. I know you do the same. So, OnGoody app. It's so good. Here's the best part, though. Here is the best part of OnGoody app. Yes, if you are the gifter, it makes it easier just to go on there and pick a gift. But if you are the recipient, they get a text message. And the text message is a really pretty designed, like, square, and it's like a purple, looks like a present, and they click this present, and basically it opens up, and it says you are, you're going to receive a gift from X, Y, and Z, and there's a little note from the gifter, and that's it. And the person who's receiving, they can either say, yes, I want this gift, I love this, or they can swap it. So this app, you don't even need to deal with receipts. Who needs receipts? No more. And by the way, this is like not only for guys and girls. Like, how about like your mom or your mother-in-law? You want to send her something cute? Who wants to hear their mother say again, do you have the receipt? I'm really a size small. No, Ma, you're not a small. You're like a large, an extra large. Get over it already. This is the conversation between me and my mother, obviously. But it's like, so you know what? Guess what? I could send her something from On Goody. She'll get a text, okay? She doesn't need to even get a scissor out to open a box at the door. On Goody. She gets the text. And guess what? If she doesn't like the size, she can just request her real size, okay? Or something else. I love it. Love it. Our product of the week today, although we did so much product stuff today, it was product heavy, right? The Spanx patent leather leggings. Do you know about these? This is, I don't know if this is a praise, but it's also like a review, okay? Because, backstory. When I was 17 years old, I saw an ad in the Village Voice that was hiring for a dominatrix. I didn't know what this is. I thought I was going to be like Velma from Scooby-Doo, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to go on this, job interview. And so I go into the city, and I wind up at this, art gallery, in the back. I was surprised I'm even still alive. I was a lunatic. And, of course, I didn't tell my parents. And this guy's talking to me, and he's like, you do realize what this job is, right? Young woman. And I was like, yeah, I know. Because, at the time, I'm thinking Velma, and I'm thinking RuPaul, and I'm thinking great, pleather outfits all over the place. No idea that I would be is it even a legal sex worker? Is being a dominatrix a legal sex job? But anyway, the short version of the story is, he wound up telling me, what the job was like, and I was like, I don't think I understood this from the ad, and I ran the hell out of there. But I still remember the joy of thinking about what fun clothes I could wear. And I am not talking about, BDSM shit. I really was just an innocent 17-year-old girl. Fast forward to now, when Spanx came out with their patent leather leggings, and I'm like, yes, my dreams are coming true. So I bought them. They were expensive. They were $100. But I had to have them. I didn't care. I didn't even care that I was wearing plastic hard garbage bags around my legs. My vagina probably is going to stink because they're, so tight on me. I know. It's so TMI. So gross. Sorry, Mom. But, here's the thing. They're so cute. They're so cute. For $100, first of all, you can wear them for Halloween. But I prefer wearing them, all the time. They're super tight. Patent leather, pleather, let's cut to the chase, fake leather, and they come up high, they come up past my belly button, so they hold everything in. They make my butt look good. They're super, super tight, stretchy. The only issue, and this is the review-ish part, is when you walk, they squeak a little bit. But you want to know what? I could kind of walk with, my legs, bowed out a little. I put them on the other day, and my boyfriend came over, and he's like, whoa, those are nice. And, and I'm just like, you like? But, then I started to walk in the kitchen, and there was no TV on or radio or anything, and I wasn't talking. So, and I'm walking in the kitchen here, squeak, 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 squeak. And I'm like, oh, I must have pulled them on wrong. Pulled them on wrong. And he's like, yeah, okay, Elyse. But I really do recommend them because they're super hot, and I wore them how I wore them, by the by, because, what are heels? Who needs heels? I wore them super cute. I wore the Spanx patent leather leggings with a pair of hot pink Converse sneakers that I just happened to have, neon pink. They were so old. And a black cashmere turtleneck sweater, big, size 2XL. And that was it. I wore my hair in a high pony, some hoops. Off I go. I felt sexy, cute, on the go, delicious, and wasn't uncomfortable. Squeak, who cares? So that's that. I hope you liked today's episode, everybody. You know what I'm going to like, besides this episode, is knocking down a few cold ones, okay? Today, our quote of the day is by the author of The Alchemist, Paolo. How do you say his last name? Coelho? I should remember from high school. By the way, it's honestly one of the best books. You totally should read it. But the quote is so good. Here it is. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. So beauts. Beauts! That's all for the Elyse DeLucci Show. Episode 41. Sorry, I'm a little nasal today. I hope you have a great week and stay tuned for episode 42. And thank you to everybody that has been offering to leave me reviews and asking me, hey, Elyse, I don't know where to do the reviews. Can you show me? And of course, I'm like, yes, of course, I'm going to show you. I am on the note of closing out. I will mention that I've been rewriting my stand-up set. And it's so good. You're literally going to die. I can't wait till I get back on stage, but it's all about, it's about my life. It's just, it talks about divorce and what my husband was like, my ex-husband, what it's like being the mother of these 2 kids. And it's about dating as a single mother in Manhattan. And, this isn't Sex and the City. It's Land a Man in Manhattan. And it talks about me being a professional husband hunter. I think you're going to love it when I come out of this sickening, entertainmentless pandemonium. But anyway, that's all. And thank you for listening. And I will talk to you soon.